Now, Sports Talk with Broads. Here's Hunter Brody.
Oh, man. Saturday mornings are supposed to be fun. You work your Monday through Friday. Saturday, you get a nice cup of joe in the morning. You relax. You hang out with the dogs. You talk a little sports. It's easy, right? It should be fun. But no, because there was a big-time gut punch down in Atlanta, and the Phillies in the eighth inning, the lead evaporated just like that. Bang. Now, from a strategic standpoint, they didn't do anything wrong going to Seranthony. He's your best reliever. You have a 2-1 lead. It's the back end of a game. You're on the road. You need a big-time shutdown effort. And there it is. There it is. It's gone. And look, that's a horrendous way to set the tone for a big-time 9-game stretch. I really believe deep down. Now, they still play the Braves again, really 6 more times, so I'm not ruling anything out. But I do believe that now everything shifts because of what just happened. That's brutal, and that's the difference between a team that we could really rely on, a team that we really know is ready, compared to, well, is the team ready? This week will tell us. See the difference? There's no Atlanta Braves fans wondering what the makeup is of their roster. What Matt Olson, Ronald Acuna Jr., Dansby Swanson, Ozzie Albies, who are they? They know. Who are the Phillies is what we're asking, and that somewhat defines it. Now, it's a shame. It's bad timing. Seranthony has been a dog for you when available for pretty much all season long. Things happen. But really bad timing for it, and it fits the mold on why there's not a lot of people in the ballpark. It sucks. Really, it does. Like, I'm so aggravated. And I'm also aggravated, too, because of the fact that I'm watching this lineup, right? And when the lineup card went out, I literally had my heart sink into my stomach. Here's why. And it's not as if these players played bad. I thought Guthrie made a catch that Nick Castellanos would never make in a billion years. He also finished the day with 2 hits. Really, every player I'm about to mention had a hit on the box score. Matt Vierling, Munoz, Guthrie. But this is what irritates me. And it's really nobody's fault. I'm just venting. You're telling me that the Phillies are going into the most important weekend they had in a long damn time. This isn't the Washington Nationals. This is the test. This is really all the studying that you did for months and months and months. The test is now. Who are you, Phillies? And your lineup at the bottom is Matt Vierling, Munoz, and Guthrie. It just takes a little bit of excitement out of the sails for me. I'm just being honest with you. And then we were told Rhys Hoskins wouldn't be out for the count for a little bit of time. And, of course, he misses more than just 1 game. So Alec Boehm slotted into that 2-hole. But no Rhys Hoskins. I knew they were selling us crap. I knew they were selling us garbage. When they were like, oh, he's just sore. It's all right. Don't worry about it. He's expected it. Yeah, he's expected my ass. My ass. Because he wasn't there. So, yeah, I'm hurt by this. It stings. I couldn't believe it. I was in pain last night. And I wake up thinking that, maybe you could sleep on it a little bit. I was exhausted. Now's not the time to do it right. Give me a little bit. I'll recover from this. Well, as soon as I hit that record button and I start processing it again, I'm right back at it. Because you go back to that 5th inning where they had a chance to tack on some more runs. Bryson Stott gets picked off. Now, that impacts Dansby Swanson. When Munoz gets an infield single, if Bryson Stott was still on first base, maybe that transfer from glove to hand doesn't happen the same way because you go to second base. So it could have changed things for sure. It wouldn't play out necessarily the same. But at one point, all I can tell you is that Kyle Schwarber was up with some base runners on. Who knows if Bryson Stott comes around to score because Munoz ended up on third base. If you had more insurance, endurance, does the game play out differently? Now, they eventually ended up allowing 7 runs by it all. So who knows? Maybe the answer is no. But I still have to date back to that 5th. And speaking of Schwarber, man, when he hit that home run, that line drive to, what was that, like right center field, which, I mean, it was just kept going and going. You saw about 3 pitches in that at-bat where my man was so damn determined. The focus level and intensity in his eyeballs were outrageous. He was tipping balls back, and he knew, fuck, I just missed that one. Or, damn, it was right there for me. Damn, and I'm like, this guy's going to do it. I mean, you could just see. You could sense it. You could feel it. Well, that's why we praise Kyle Schwarber the way that we do, because he's just ready for the big-time at-bats and ready to put this team on his back. So he did it there. Gene Segura gave a solo one when the Braves ended up tying it up 1-1. I don't know if 2 runs is going to be enough to beat a team like the Braves. I don't like what's happening at the top of the lineup right now. Alec Boehm, 0 hits. Bryce Harper, 0 hits, 0 for 4. He fouled off a ball that ended up hitting his knee. He went down. He doesn't look right. He flirts in a home run here and there since returning to the lineup, but it's still not sharp. Still not satisfying. And JT went over. We need those players to help carry this baseball team. That's what it is. Schwarber, Gene, they did their jobs. And JT has been red hot for a while. But if this team is going to make something happen throughout the 9 games, something better than expected. I touched on this in yesterday's episode. If they go 3-4 against the Braves, it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm not happy. But they need, and I'll throw the Toronto series in there too to make it the full 9. They need something like 6-3 for the pom-poms in this city to start twirling a little bit. For there to be more excitement for them. If they go 5-4, that's not bad, and I'm more happy than not. But that's also not a punch of juice either. So it really comes down to what statement are they trying to make for the fan base. That's the way I'm looking at it. Now, maybe they're not. I'm part of the fan base, so it's easy for me to take that path. But maybe they're just thinking, one day at a time, one baseball game, keep your head down, there's another game tomorrow. Which is probably the right way to do it. They probably shouldn't be thinking about Broads or anybody else who's watching the team. Just go do your damn job. The problem is, well, they're not really doing their damn job, at least not to start this whole 9-game trip. And just the way to kind of see if this team is lit or not. Is there a fire lit underneath of them? Oh, man. Ranger Suarez did great. He had 6 innings, 1 earned run. Good outing from him. Alvarado had the 7th. He had his 1 inning of work, which has been really solid. And then the blow-up happened. And I just couldn't believe my eyes. The velocity was there. Just one of those nights. The problem is, a game in September isn't a game in March. It's not a game in April. It's not a game in June. It's not a game in July. So to just throw out there that, well, it's a bad timing for, and it was, and I've said that, it was bad timing. There's a reason why the bad timing happens in September. Can you handle it? Do you understand it? Can you get through the feeling of adrenaline when there's that much more pressure on you? When you're on the road, and there's a lot of people hostile, going nuts, wanting you to fail. Can you properly take all of those emotions and do your job? I'm not saying Seranthony can't, because I think he's a damn good reliever. I just know the first time he had his chance this season, that happened. And that describes a lot of the upset worries that we've been thinking about with this baseball team. That's all. That's all I'm saying. They made Fried work 110 pitches in 6 innings. So they were up there, forcing the starting pitcher to throw a lot, which matters. At the end of the day, though, what matters more is the L in the loss column. And it was crazy. So I need more from the top end of my batting order. I think that's going to be the bread and butter. The starting pitching, especially without Zach Wheeler, and I guess they're trying to set up some piggyback style of play here. I guess I can read it for you word for word. I saw Alex Coffey and some others that cover the team write this yesterday evening, I should say. Late evening, afternoon. All right. It was... Oh, and Castellanos. How about we get a little update on him, huh? I honestly feel when we were talking about him on The Fanatic this week, someone brought up Castellanos, and I went, oh, yeah, that's right, him. Think about when we signed him. Think about the expectations. His name was brought up, and I went, oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot all about him. Come on, dude. That's pretty brutal. And that's no knock on me, all right? I'm not throwing me under the bus going, how dare you, idiot. It's more of he's been that much of blah all year to the point when he's not available during one of the most important times. I'm thinking, I forgot all about that dude. And instead, Guthrie's going into foul territory, sliding and making a ridiculous catch. I prefer Castellanos. I'm just saying that puts it in perspective on how much of a down year it was. Thompson said that Castellanos' right oblique strain felt some stiffness while swinging a few days ago, so they've backed off. He'll take some dry swings in a couple of days. He'll still be doing some outfield work, throwing, playing catch, etc. No timeline. I honestly thought it was still the turf toe. So there's that. All right, where else are we? Where's not the Schwarber, the Wheeler. Wheeler faced hitters earlier today and said he felt, quote, good. He said he still doesn't know if he'll start next week. Thompson said he was in the 96-98 range. If Wheeler does start, it'll be short outing on Wednesday with a piggyback behind him. So that's the latest on the Zach Wheeler front. But I bring that up to you because we need positivity with the bats. Because right now, the starting pitching is kind of giving you what they're giving you. Thor stinks. He absolutely is bad. But you're getting the 6 innings one. You don't have the pitching staff to say 8 innings of 1 earned run ball. It's just not the way the team has been pitching as of late. We've already talked about it, right? The pitchers were going short. Kyle Gibson going short. You had to go into your bullpen. At that point, you didn't have Seranthony. You had to overuse David Robertson. That's been more of the storyline. Now, I expect them to be better than, what was Gibson, 1 2/3? What was Ranger Suarez for a bit? 4 innings or so? Can't even get through the 4th. Those style of outings, I don't expect that to be the case, but we need a mixture. Because, okay, Ranger gives you the 6 innings pitched 1 earned run ball, giving you a quality start. And you were in position to win with 2 runs. But let's say you get 5. Let's say you get 6. I don't think that 8th inning plays out the same way. It's harder to fight back the way the Braves did, even though the Braves are a very talented team. It changes everything. So until your top half of the order starts to do something, and I'm looking at Bryce, man, I really am. It's fine to criticize him. It's fine to demand more. Are you healthy or not? What did he tell us all when he was looking at his injury? I won't be back until I can play. Right? Like when I'm 100%, when I'm back, I'm back. Fine. You set the expectation. You set the bar. So if you are in the batter's box and you're taking swings and hacks at it, I have to imagine that you feel great and you're ready. And if you don't achieve the goals we're looking for, I have to criticize. And I need Bryce Harper. I do. If not now, when? If it's not this, the Atlanta Braves, a big-time rival, everybody's feeling that the Nationals, the Marlins, you've showed us you could beat good teams. Or sorry, you showed us that you could beat bad teams. And really, you have shown us that you can beat good ones too, just not one of those teams. And one of those teams happened to be the Mets. But everyone else, you have a damn good record against. So do it again. And be there for your team. and come up with the clutch hit or take 1 yard. I demand it from the star. I do. Because it takes Kyle Schwarber for the leap in the clubhouse to be about the leadership stuff. This isn't throwing shade at him, but I don't think he's the big leader guy. That's not his expertise. I see that now. He's been here long enough. That's not him. Okay, I'm a little disappointed by that, but it's not him. I can't change it. So if that's not where he's going to bring things, it means it's all about on the field. And I need more than 0 for 4. Sorry, you might not like it because it's a guy who chose us. He also chose a $330 million contract. Explode. Last year, back half of the year, the guy didn't make the All-Star game, but still won NL MVP. That's incredible. Right? Like, that's weird and rare and crazy. Well, I need some of that now. Need some of that now. We got a couple text messages into the Anytime hotline. Will says, why? Why every year do they get our hopes up? Seranthony is not ready for this. Is he hurt? Why? Help me understand. I don't have the answers. If he was in the same position 10 times, and we're looking at a percentage right now of Seranthony Dominguez, how many times would he escape that 8th without any runs scored? 10 times against this Braves team, 2-1 on the road. Fans are crazy. 7? 7? So let's say 70% chance you were good, 30% you weren't. Is that fair? Is that high enough? I don't know. I'm just spitballing off the top of my head here. I think that's sort of what I go with. My gut instant reaction would be something along 70-30. Because I do have to give credit to the Braves. They're nasty. And they win so much that there's a fear level. One day I would like to be like that. No Phillies fan said this game was over. Why? Because of the talent and because of what they have put on tape that you know the Braves are scary. They're coming. You have to make sure that there's all out secured before you celebrate. At any moment, with any swing of the bat, game could be changed and flipped on its head. That's what they do. So I'm sure that instills fear that every player knows that on the Phillies. When the Phillies are up to bat, you think the Braves feel that way? Probably not. Probably not, if we're being honest. So why does this happen? Help you understand, Will? I don't know. Could I just say baseball? Or it's a little bit of the Phillies explaining to you that we're not ready yet. It's the description of the team. Phillies are a good team. We'll be making the wild card, but they ain't ready yet. This is the first round exit style of team. And that is what I guess they're trying to tell you. And if you understand it, then maybe it's easier. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Tony, how do they keep a positive outlook after that one? Wow. They have to put it behind them. Cliche as hell, put it in the toilet and flush it. And win the next baseball game. If you win Saturday night, and now it's 1-1 heading into Sunday afternoon, just like that, you snap your fingers and you feel a lot better about it, thinking that game 3, you have a chance, right? I mean, it's just reality of the situation. Now, for the rotation, Aaron Nola is on the bump for game 2, and then game 3 would set up with Bailey Falter against Strider, okay? 2.72 ERA. He's got 10 W's on the year. But if I remember correctly, let's go to Aaron Nola and his game log, because I remember him having a tough day. And I don't know if that was again like his last, I think it was his last start against the Braves. So he's seen Washington, Miami, Arizona, Cincinnati, the Mets twice, Well, okay, the last time he faced Atlanta was July 26th. This game was at home, though. So you're dating back a couple months now. 6 innings pitched, allowed 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 homers. They lost 6-3. I'm just laying it out there. Nola's had a solid year this year. Couple ones you would like to have back, but he's done a damn good job this year. We need him. We need him bad. So there's a lot of pressure on him to show the hell up. It's also just the nature of September in Aaron Nola and that whole dialogue. So factor that in too. You can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, Nola, with a beauty, with a 7-inninger. 7-inning, 1 earned run, something like that. Mowing down the lineup. Will it happen? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But those are my thoughts. Thank you all so much for kicking it with me. I'll see you